Good afternoon, you beautiful people. As always, it is an extraordinary day. Some of you may not feel the weight of that word because every day is starting to feel the same and time is flowing through us like a river. But right now, we are watching history being written daily. And not only is it extremely confusing, because there's a lot of different realities being thrown around, but history is written by the victors. And the victors are not the one who win the battle. The victors are the ones that persist, that stay alive, that keep going, that push through the grit of it all with faith made from spite of it, finding and choosing that hope, something bigger than yourself, something to truly fight for, and not just fighting for symptoms of a system that's working perfectly. It's meant to make you argue with each other and think one side is Nazis and the other side is pedophiles. This is Alien versus Predator. The plot of the movie is so thin because they fabricated this perpetual fear that is upon us, that has just slowly been inkling us into this uniquely terraformed timeline. That is one that is harvesting our energy because they know it's infinite. And everyone has a hard time with the world of conspiracy, which I get because it's out there. But is it really that hard to see that there is an all-around pattern across the world of just this depravity that is not in balance with nature? There are these larger influences of families that do get off on controlling the game. But this isn't to get into conspiracy. This is to show you you're infinite, and that if you see the game, guess what? Right now, you are fighting a multi-trillion-dollar propaganda machine that is working perfectly, and it's off the foundation of MKUltra and Project Mockingbird and all of these things you can go find, that they make our minds programmable through trauma. And where do we get trauma? The same place we get our source of news. This little black box of mirrors. They have us perpetually consuming because they fear about us creating, getting away from the electrostatic of the unnatural present moment that they have created. This incessant need to feel comfortable because everything else feels scary. Guess what? That's when strong people are made in weak times. When we step into it, because guess what now, guys? Our future has never felt so unsecure. There is no better time to take that leap then on you. Because how bad can it really get? Oh, are we gonna be in debt? Will we be homeless for a little bit? Maybe. But guess what? If you're out here genuinely being a good human, there are people around you that will support you, that will take you in, and you just have to have the humility to do one of the hardest things we can do, which is ask for help. The art of the question, that's it. Ask people around you to say, hey guys, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm confused, I'm scared, I'm in fear. I don't know what I'm looking at. Someone help me, instead of everyone trying to hold on to this hubris of, I got this. I got it by myself. I'm standing tall. This was never a one-player game. There are adventurers and companions everywhere, and we've all been left with this distrust for not only humanity and people, but for organization, for group, for strategy, for being a tribe, saying down with the walls of money, say we get to create with each other, and why would we attach ourselves to the outcome when, if we have the mindset that we can both fail together and then look at it and go, let's be better, let's fix it, let's keep going, earning trust in a deeper way, because we can only learn so much trust at the same party every weekend with the same wub-wubs put in a different order, in a different sentence drop. The fire water that we drowned ourselves in that truly lowers us to our lowest frequency and poisons us. The booger sugars and the pills that make us see the fabric. How deep can we really learn to trust people there when we have already seen we've had people in our community that should have never been trusted in the first place? But that within our unique community of all love and light, but I'm seeing a lack of forgiveness in it. But
I'll pull out. If there probably won't be enough room. This is a big guy.
Sorry about that. Just pulling up at work. We can't keep living the same memory over and over again and expecting our futures to have any other outcome than the party and watching the fall of Rome. This is what happened in the fall of Rome. Depravity run rampant. No one had an ikigai. Everyone was just sitting in the rooms, consuming themselves with the firewater, fucking themselves to death. Because they're in their base frequency, their root chakra, that is just about the flesh. This life is more about the flesh, more than the comfort, more than the self-seeking indulgence of running from ourselves, because to be ourselves is scary. How will they take it? That was never up to us. Stand up and say your beliefs with your chest, but also do it with love and not seeking the argument, but being able to have the conversation of why you believe what you believe. Why? Where have you come from? What is your journey? Seeking curiosity before conviction to see why someone is choosing to find hope in something other than you, especially in the scariest time ever. It must be easy to blanket statement someone a Nazi or a pedophile when the two leaders on both sides, the Biden and the Trump, if this was about morals and values, you wouldn't have forgot Epstein's list so fast. If this was about morals and values, you would be seeking justice from every lying politician, because right now, as the lies fall away, we're seeing billions of dollars worth of fraud. And there's so many saying, nay, they lie. No, they don't. The whole system and machine that is our society, that is truly the corporation of the United States of America, was made to be like this, to get us to this point. If this was about rights, basic human rights, you'd be able to tell me what's on the Constitution. You would understand through maritime law, our parents uninformally consented to selling us to be wards of the state, and that your social security number is an EIN and the creation of a dead entity. And that if you do not know what legalese is, or Black's Law Dictionary is, or how to speak to them, you are admitting your incompetence to being wards of the state, and we are the cattle that backs the stock market. This game is not as it seems. This is what people mean when they talk about the Matrix. They got you distracted on the pretty woman in a red dress to see that there's Agent Smiths everywhere too. Get down. You don't want them to see you. Yes, we do. And not indulging their game of arguing over the small things, but saying, hey, we see you. Not your puppets, not the world as a stage, not every face we see on the TV that gives us influence. There's many people tied to behind all of them. They all have the capability of lying, every single one. They're all PR trained, every single one. They all have the capacity and ability to be in closed rooms with other people we don't know. They are nameless, that are the perfect stranger, that are the they. The people that have so much money that they can pay not to be on the world's richest list. Do you know what the World Economic Forum is? The plot of the game is so thin, and if you seek curiosity before conviction, and be open to whatever, just to learn, to be like, what's that data like? And play with it. You don't have to decide. You don't have to be like, oh, that's it. Just start looking, because we always find what we seek. And if you're seeking the hate, you will find it. Seek the love. Get off your phone. Start to connect with the people in your community. Create. You don't have to produce, but you do get to create, and you can fail with someone without fucking them over. Develop trust in deeper ways. Stand on something bigger than yourself. If you don't like and want to join any of the groups, create your own. And there's an opportunity hidden in difficulty in this whole thing, that this is the year of teams. And for so very long, I've been trying to find the adventurers that have the gusto to join a team. I hosted many meetings that bore no fruit because I wasn't grounded. There was no call to action. It was just saying, look at it, guys. I'll never be perfect at it. I got one hell of a fucking plan in a binder. But it'll never be perfect. Never that day for the presentation. I'm trying to create it in every single medium so that no matter who looks at it, they can be like, okay, that's it. I've been trying to curate my words because everyone's like, I don't like that word. I like what you said, but not that word. Come on. How hard does it have to be to say we can work together, we can make money together, and that in the beginning it's going to be really hard, but imagine on the other side where we reap the benefits of our ambition, of creating community that is a tribe that says, these are our lines in the sand, and this is what we focus on. It's of love and life. If you want to come in, we got standards, we got rules, because we need structure. If not, we're led to the depravity of the party forever. Because a lot of us, we can't give ourselves the structure that we seek. So let's give it to each other by imploring the power of proximity, just hanging out a lot more intentionally and doing things, body doubling. Not hanging out and sitting on the couch, but hanging out, sitting on your computers and say, what are you doing? I'm doing this. How can I help you? Think about 10 minds in a room like that. Saying, hey, you guys want to brainstorm something huge that we can make? I'll never be perfect. I talk a lot. You'll probably hate me in a lot of moments, but I think you'll love me in the long term because no one's going to push you. I want to see the best for all of us. I will be, going forward, I'll always be in all different ways. Unskillful and unwise. I might word vomit. I might get excited. You might see a bit of crazy come out of me, and you could throw your projections on it all you want. But the only thing that's in here is passion. I've been able to let go of my hate for the world for knowing we're all just scared people. We all came from different places. We all had our flavor of trauma. Of course, they came out like that. When I see anger on someone, I see a mother and a father simultaneously. I see grandma and grandpa. I see a long lineage of hurt. It's time to break the chain. It's time to bring back the tribe. If you want to be part of my team, hit me up in the DMs. And then we'll hang out and I'll show you. I'm so excited. And if not, you're not there yet, still down to chat it up. With any questions of anything, let's play with thought. Let's be the philosophers in Rome if we're going to be there. And we don't have to decide on everything. Everything is true and false simultaneously. We don't have to get mad at each other about it. And through shared responsibility. Literally, and delaying our instant gratification of saying, I will do this heavy amount of work for the group collective, for I know it bolsters it. Money isn't the game. That's not the goal. It is a tool. It's made up. It's thin as paper. They're printing it incessantly. There's a lot of strategic ways we can do this. And my own fears have been holding me back from jumping the guns on things I know can be done. The irony is not lost on me how hard this game is. But if we got a lot of eyes on the right thing, the future that we all seek is guaranteed. For I have a lot of fun questions, and I've been asking everybody. Everyone's looking for the exact same thing. And that's life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, a piece of land, community, chickens, cows. Did you know it's possible for us to make our own town and it only takes 150 people? We could be put on a GPS. And it's office space money across 150 people. Everybody's throwing in 10, 15 bucks there. 1% of what we make. We're already giving away 50. 1 more percent. That's for us. Together to use strategically. To be able to know that we may have to put some projects off, but hitting the things that we know will be able to give us the most abundance to the world, to show that spark that's in our soul, to create a lamppost that shines to all of saying, yeah, we have to play their game, but we're going to play it perfectly and by their rules and together, and that it's going to be hard, and that we're going to choose to be emotionally aware, emotionally intelligent, and emotionally mature to be able to have conversations with each other without nitpicking. How do you see it? It's perspective. Everyone says everybody's perspective matters, but then when it's different, they're like, no. Of course there's two sides. They created a game where you had to pick one or the other. Of course people are going to extremes because we're in extreme times. Weak leaders who claim the authority to lead, who are byproducts of the good times, have led us to the hard times, and it will make strong people. Make your team. Get professional. Get strategic. Be the leader that you've been looking for you. And then do the shit. Embrace entering yourself into a forge of here and here, putting off the other stuff. Because to make a sword that can be the greatest tool or the biggest weapon, to stand up for what we believe in, to fight for what is right, to make a good sword, you have to plunge it into the fire, pull it out, boom, 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 and hammer out the impurities that were given to us by not only the game, but the unskillful and unwise products that we call parents and peers growing up. Relinquish yourself of the hate for anyone that doesn't stand against you, because of course they exist. And what would this game if there wasn't the other side? Show love for it. Because if you're about love and light, I don't really want to see you calling out for blood, like I've been seeing a lot. Love and light is forgiveness. Christ wasn't his last name. It was a title. It is being able to free the world from sin from your perspective. Because you see, we're all the same. We are all God, the universe, trying to experience self in all of its opposites. And that's why everything's on a spectrum. The flavors of political ideology go far right, far left. But they're all playing a game of just arguing on a little black box of mirrors and nothing actually get done, while people that are lining their pockets and watching us fight, they're getting away with it because you're yapping about whether it's Gulf of America or Gulf of Mexico. Guess what? The name was made up in the first place. North America, Central America, South America, Gulf of America. It's more inclusive. You just don't like it because you're so used to shooting the messenger and disregarding the message that you don't I've been seeing this essence of people thinking that bad people can't say good things, can't say truths. The little bit of God that may come through them, it's solid. Everyone's like, nope, I don't like how they think about it in this way, so everything they say is bad. They're a bad person, so that means I'm going to hide from anything that challenges reality, because I'm scared to realize there is no control. There is no ultimate truth for the sake of everything being true and false simultaneously. We got evidence from a supercomputer that parallel realities are real. That means God exists. It means God doesn't exist. It means we are pure energy. It means we can quantum jump. It means we can meditate and manifest. But we can't do that if our frequency is fucking cranked not only down to the base root chakra, but it's filled with rage. The rage you feel is because you're in your root chakra. And guess what? That's all you have to do to start to ascend. And then you say no to all the things that you know are not on your path. And I know you know exactly what I'm talking about, because your gut's been telling you, please stop. Give yourself to yourself for the sake of yourself, and sit in everything that is you and your life by not taking in any of the qualia, the lights, the sounds, the phone, the food, the smells, the flesh. And sit with yourself and look at yourself. Actually find out what your core morals and values are, what you actually believe in, what you want to do, what is your why? What is your why? My why is to be a catalyst, to start a bonfire, even if I do not get to taste the sweetness of the fruit. wise man knows you can't harvest the dates from the date tree that you plant. I may not have the power to change the world, but let me inspire someone who can. And I need help, guys. It truly is an extraordinary day to be alive. Not because of how it is on the exterior, but how it gets to be on the interior when you relinquish yourself to the pain, to the hurt, to realizing this whole thing isn't supposed to be just pleasure, happiness. We will forever go through the cycle of the ups and the downs. But the only thing we're responsible of is how we respond to it, how we choose to interact with it. Stop reacting to the world around you and face yourself. Because all of these cries for anger, sadness, hatred, validate me's, tell me I exist, tell me I'm worthy, show me. That call's coming from inside the house. Clean your room. Go buy yourself healthy food. Hit up Rock's spring water and get better water for yourself. Let thy food be thy medicine. Stop indulging in the Matrix. The Matrix food, by saying no to it because you see it and you know what's better for you. And everyone says healthy foods are more expensive, but it equates out because if you eat the healthy foods, you don't eat as much. And you're only eating because you're trying to fill insatiable hole, and the chemicals they have in the food have us addicted. We have parasites that they put there because they know they keep us in a perpetual state of consumption. That uncomfortable feeling is parasites. And we're addicted to the qualia. Our eyes, our nose, our mouth, our ears, our touch. The intensity of emotion. We're addicted to the sensation of the extremes, for that's what life is. The extremes. The ups, the downs. The capacity to be able to feel in such extremes. But to not let only one of the 7 qualias be what reacts to the world instead of all 7 aligned responding to it. And saying no to the flesh for at least a while. Give yourself 6 months of not chasing it. I know that's easier said than done. I'm gonna stop. We're 29 minutes. I'm at work. I love you guys. Hit me up or hit up your loved ones, even the ones you're mad at. Because we're all perishable goods and time goes fast. And I know you love them, but that doesn't mean you have to like them. But they were a piece of your life. And forgive them for your sake, not theirs. Healing feels uncomfortable, and those that I see chasing the comfortable, you're putting it off. The magic truly lies within the work that you're putting off. And if I'm anything, I'm your sign to step into yourself. And first, that looks like isolating in the healthiest way of giving yourself self-care, being the perfect significant other, taking yourself to eat, cooking yourself food, dancing while you do it. And the first little bit might feel contrived, but just keep going. Every 7 years, we're a completely new set of cells. Our cells have water in them, hit up rocks, and water has memory. And make sure to get your minerals, like Celtic sea salt, because if you're not taking salt daily, good salt with minerals, iodine salt is poison. It's not poison. I had a conversation about the weight of that word, but it is not what you are. If we are what we eat, we better be eating what we are, and we're stardust. The food pyramid's a lie. Cholesterol isn't bad. Fats aren't bad. Dementia only started to come out 2 years after they made margarine. Cholesterol is what 70% of our brain is. Give yourself a fighting chance. We're putting off the dopamine addiction to our qualia. Fuck, I said I was gonna stop. I'm sorry. I am filled with gratitude. And what a beautiful day! I've only seen 4 man-made clouds. It's not condensation. And I kind of think the Earth's flat. Even me as a conspiracy theorist, I'm like, I can't believe I'm a flat earther. But if you were curious and didn't feign curiosity to fucking prove something, it's a fun, whimsical thought to talk about and kind of see some of the signs and go, fuck. But I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just saying, I see something. I followed patterns. I followed the money. Oh, I'm done. I love you guys. Godspeed. This has been one of the best videos I've ever felt like I've made. I feel fucking incredible. And I'm so very grateful for all the people in my life who've been patient with me. Because I've had a lot of people step away, not because anything happened, but because they're like, you're a lot. You're a lot, bro. And I get it. 100%. I have to live with myself, okay? But the past year of my life, this is the first time I've liked living with myself. I love you guys.